Okay. I think we're live, but I have a big pop-up that blocked where it says live and said, "You're disconnected from Facebook." You know what? I don't care. So, hi everybody. It's Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone, and I'm here with Val from Dragonfly Val from Dragonfly Crystals and Next Level Channeling, and we're having a great chat backstage. So we're just going to continue it. First of all, I'll let Val say hello to everybody. Hi, Val.
Hi everyone. Hi Colleen. I'm so happy to be with you for these readings today. And thank you everyone for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have your energy in the chat. It really helps. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Cool Crone and Dragonfly Crystals Next Level Channeling. Leave a comment, leave 7 characters, get out there in the algorithms. It helps them, because that's what the YouTube looks for, that length of character. So when you leave your comments, even 7 hearts, yay.
Yeah. And I think what we'll do for the questions is we'll just have people put in, let's see, do I have a banner that says something? Purpose was a show. Do we have one that's just like love or something? What's this one? Yeah, there we go. Just type hashtag me too. There we go. We'll just use an old one. That's fine. We're gonna, just before we start, and I still have to get the picking tool up, but before we start, Val and I were just talking backstage that the energy is really extreme right now. It's kind of heavy. So I know for me, I've just felt kind of tired, like it's been kind of an effort to get up every day and get through my life. And so I felt like, oh, I need a day off, like it's just been hard. But also just in general in the world, I think the energy is very, very difficult right now. And so I want to tell everybody to just, take care of yourself, give yourself what you need. If you don't feel like going to the gym today, maybe you don't need to go to the gym today. If you don't feel like doing the dishes, it's not going to kill you to skip the dishes, I just feel like people have to really listen to what their body, mind, and soul is telling them to do, and don't resist it. Just take care of yourself. And also to know that your fellow humans really need your love and support. So try not to participate in anger and fear. Try to just be as positive as you can, but most of all, consciously send love and light to everyone you meet, and especially to those you love. I just think that's so important right now, because it's just kind of a shit show out there, and we need to do our bit to shore it up, to make it a little easier for people to get through the day. So,
and just that one person choosing to have love or acceptance or any kind of unity consciousness is going to create a huge ripple in the multiverse. So that is so important. Just even one more person doing that. So I know it's kind of tough right now for everyone. It's slogging through mud kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I really like what you said, Colleen, about if you don't feel like you have the energy, or don't go to the gym, don't do, let yourself have some time off, let yourself relax, give yourself what you need, because right now our bodies are going through a lot. And in fact, when I pulled some activation cards, I got transition. It is all about our transition. This is what's happening to us right now. And we're in this ever-changing nature, and we're here to surrender to everything that's going on. But what's going on? We're affected by everything in the world, and all things inside of us, in all our emotions, our physical body, our energy body. And all of that is creating stress, because we're changing. We're going through this transition. A lot is happening. It is about the authority, our authority. to realize being receptive, wise, and loving is going to create that fertility, that opening of something new, that creation of something new that's blossoming within all of us. And I know this sounds flowery, but the fact remains we are becoming, we are already who we are, but we are becoming aware as we drop all these illusions. We're becoming aware more and more that our state of being is vastly different from what we ever thought it was. And so this is what's happening.
Yeah, if you were that, 10-year-old girl that was just wishing that it would be, so cool if people just like could think thoughts and other people could hear them. That time is now, really. I mean, all of that stuff is happening. I mean, the things that you saw on the Jetsons and Star Trek, that's real life now.
It's real life.
The phones are no longer this big, the phones are, so we are living the future, not just technologically, but intuitively, spiritually, emotionally. We are in that future. And some people choose to ignore it and not acknowledge it. That's okay. It's not everybody is going to acknowledge it and participate. That's okay. They don't deserve to be denigrated for that choice. And they're not less than we are because of that choice. They've just made a different choice.
That's all.
Yeah. So it's like somebody buys a red car, somebody buys a black car.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's just their choice. It's just what they want to do. There should be no judgment there. So the more that you can spread love, spread light, and especially love yourself and know that you are perfect just the way you are. You're in the exact perfect spot for your spiritual development right now.
Right now.
You're not behind. You didn't fail. There's not a quiz at the end of the week testing you.
There's not a test to trick you.
No, there's not. I used to in one of my former careers, I was in charge of a training program and they wanted me to test people. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll test people. So I created a test where pretty much I told them what the answers were in the test. And they're like, why do you make it so easy? And I was like, well, this is a work environment. Do you really want to flunk people on the skills that they need for the job they have to do? I don't think so. I don't think you want to fire everybody because they don't know that Control S means save. I just don't think you want that. I think what you want is to build them up and encourage them in using this by giving them the knowledge and making it easy for them to use it, because then they are happier, they're more confident, they're better to work with, and you have somebody who wants to stick around and work with you.
Absolutely.
Why do you want to be mean to people? Why do you want to scare people? It has no value. There's nothing valuable about it.
No.
So stop doing that,
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Right? I know.
I totally agree.
So that's what we wanted to say to everybody. Just, be positive, be happy yourself, take care of yourself, and spread that love to everybody. So I have succeeded amazingly in pulling up the giveaway tool. So I'm going to, I guess I have to do the share screen thing. Okay.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I do. Here I go. I have to share screen. So I'm going to share that. And there that is. And I'm going to go ahead and draw and see who we come up with. Oh, I didn't even check the chat to see if we have.
We do. We really are. We're good.
Okay, so Tiffany Tisdale is the first one. So Val, I'll give her to you.
Okay.
And I will draw again. And Acadian Proud is for me. Great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. So while you read, or however you're doing this, I'm going to mute so my shuffling isn't too loud.
Okay. So I have Tiffany Tisdale. So, Tiffany, I'm just going to pull some cards here for you as I'm tuning into you, and I see a lot of rainbow light around you. And it's funny, some of the cards I pulled are all about that rainbow light. So I've really got a Merkabah activation going on for you. Look at that rainbow light. It's transcendence, ascension. You are rising up. And so this is really what is happening in your energy field, and a seraphim gateway. Voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. So really, through your voice, your powerful voice, you are going to, this is one of your gifts, that as you speak, energy is flowing through you to those around you, creating shifts in everyone. And another activation is about soul time. And this is really the possibility to allow the possibility of new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, timeless and infinite. So this all talks about the multidimensionality and the infinite possibilities of life, and how everything flows out to the multiverse. It isn't just this one little space here. It's eternity. We'll say it flows to the eternity, and that's not even the right word. But those are some of the powerful cards that are coming through for you. And also, you are the ever unfolding rose. And this is really about things just being laid bare, your heart opening up to realize that life is unfolding for you to blossom into loving yourself completely and seeing everyone through that lens of that divine love, that beautiful divine feminine light that you came in. And I have a lot of that seraphim gateway, a lot of angelic energy coming in for you. So this is a lot about that soft compassion that you have and using it. So this is higher dimensional frequency. And of course, why did I pick the Sisterhood of the Rose? This is about that divine feminine, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, all the goddess energies of that divine feminine, beautifully opening up within you, that compassion, that love. And it starts with yourself, loving yourself completely. And you feel that for others because they are part of you. And I love that for you. I love that for you. That's such a high vibrational reading, Tiffany. So thank you for letting me read for you. I appreciate that.
That was a spectacular reading. Spectacular. Wow. Okay, so Acadian Proud, I am using a brand new deck. So I hope that you like what comes through. All right. So what I have for you is that you're feeling that you're powerful, you're feeling strong, but you're also feeling that you're having to defend what's going on in your life, and you're starting something new, or you're making some choices about things that you'd like to incorporate into your life, and feeling that not everybody around you is saying, oh, that's a great choice. It is a great choice. It's your choice. So you know what I always say, fuck them if they can't take a joke, you know. It's your choice. So just forget what they're saying. I think that your choices are going to bear out, and that people eventually will realize that, yeah, it's your choice, and you made a good choice, a wise choice for yourself, that you yourself have changed quite a bit, and that the choices that you're making are not only emotional, but also you're thinking more intellectually about the choices that you're making. And so this is a time in your life where you are making quite informed choices and not just emotional choices. It's still in the future, when this is implemented, when this choice is implemented, you're still going to feel a little bit like either or. Did I do this or that? And the truth is, I think that you could probably have both. I don't think you really have to have one or the other. I just think that that's a limitation that we're taught as children, that, well, you can only have one. Well, why? What? I'm an adult. I'm probably providing this thing in my life myself. So why can't I have both things? If it pleases you, if you're not hurting anybody by making that choice, then that's your choice. I think another thing too is that there is a little bit of a feeling that when you have something, somebody else loses something, right? That's not
Yeah.
really true in the
No.
universe. It really isn't. For instance, if you go and take a cup of water out of the ocean when you're at the beach, does it mean that there's less water for everybody else? Not really, right? When you light a candle and somebody else wants to light a candle and you let them light off of the flame of that candle, does that diminish the flame on the first candle? No. No, because there's plenty for everybody. So if you think of the things in your life like that, that you're just sharing things, or you're just taking your part of it, then don't feel guilty. Don't feel like what you take in any way will take away or
Diminish.
diminish, yeah, for what everybody else has. Um, and you may feel at times like you have to kind of hide this, like there's, oh, I can't let anybody know that I took that. No, go ahead. Take what you need. It's fine. Like, remember my first statement, if they can't take a joke. So that
Yeah.
I won't say it again, but it's like that. So here's the thing is that if you believe that you have to give up something to take the thing that you want, then that indeed is true.
I love that. That is really true.
And it doesn't have to be true.
No.
You can make the choice that you're deserving of all of the things that you're choosing, and that it's just perfect for you to have them now. So go ahead and do that, rather than I can only have one and be disappointed by your choice, or I can only have four and I really
Yeah.
wanted eight. Why do you have to limit yourself that way? You really don't. Also, the final card is the three of I think these are wands. Yeah, the three of wands. So you're looking at choices that go beyond the borders of where you are right now. They can be across the globe. They could be out into outer space. They could be like if you're looking at a career change or a job change or a change to your duties in your job, they could be far reaching. They could be much, much different than where you're thinking now. So don't allow yourself to limit yourself. Think big, Acadian Proud. Think large and think happy. What do I really want? What would make me so happy right now? And choose that. Choose to be really happy. So that's
Wow.
for you.
That's a great reading.
Oh, thanks, Val. Thanks.
I love that reading.
Thank you.
I love that. I'm going to take some of that and use it for
I know. I'm like, I think I want that reading too. That's great.
Sure.
Okay. So let's do
Good.
another spin.
Okay.
And Amanda Carroll gets Val. Yay. Good for you, Amanda. And then I'm going to get I love the profile pictures.
Yeah, they're cute. Stephanie.
Stephanie, thank you. I love your profile picture. The little thing that says love in the center. That's great.
That's cute.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, I'm going to mute because my cards are loud shuffling.
Okay. And Amanda Carroll. Woo. Okay. Let's see what's happening with you. I see a lot of joy coming in for you. There's actually coming in the next few months. There's going to be a lot of good things coming in. But you've had some sort of battles within yourself, or some disagreements with things and people going on in your past. And there have been some endings, closing chapters. And, you've walked away from things that were not for you in some way, either physically or energetically. You've taken yourself out of situations. But you're opening up now to enjoy yourself and have more fun. You are opening up to receive. And those next 2 months, I see your strength and your fierce attitude coming out. And you are really going to be like the lioness, really that Sekhmet kind of energy. You are going to be in full force, leveling up and progressing. You're going to be standing in so much power, internal knowingness of who you are. And I'm just getting so many chills from that. You're just going to slow down and take your time. You're going to take your sweet time, and everything is going to fall into place. You are on the correct path. Absolutely. Right where you need to be. And things are just going to flow to you. It's just going to flow. So whatever in the past has occurred, you are over it. You are over it. So congratulations. You're really looking at a fantastic next few months coming in. So I love that for you, Amanda Carroll. So thank you for getting into the drawing, because I loved giving you that reading. And so I'll give it to Colleen now.
Well, of course, I picked for Stephanie, I picked an oracle card deck that is just really involved. So just give me
wow. Yeah. I was just going to say, and so Amanda Carroll, she liked that reading. I mean, what's not to like, right? That was beautiful. Yeah, that was fantastic. So, yeah, and Colleen's reading for Stephanie in a few minutes, or in a minute.
Okay, I got it. Okay, thanks for tap dancing while I got that. Okay, so Stephanie, I have a feeling that in between the two eclipses, your chart must be just ping-ponging between the two, because there's a lot of letting go happening for you. This card, the name of the card is not going to help you much with what the reading is, but it is very pretty. It's Cupio Dissolvi. And they're hard to see. If you can see, there's a woman laying there. And
that's really beautiful.
Yeah, it takes a minute to really see it, but it's really all of the images in this deck look like carved out of marble statues. They're all gorgeous. But what it's about is literally allowing things to dissolve that you no longer need. So let them, rather than cutting things off harshly, allow things to kind of shed, to just kind of naturally dissolve or fall away. And this is, I think, really tied in with the eclipses. The first one was on the 7th. The next one is on Sunday. And those things that need to get into your rear view mirror is what's really coming up for this reading. So you may not feel like you have things that have to be let go. And in that case, the universe is just going to open a little door, grab you by the scruff of your shirt, and just pull you through and say, that stuff, that's in the past. So it will force you to let those things go. If you're ready to let some things go, well, wonderful. I hope you've been working on that, because if not, the universe is just going to take things into its own hands and you won't have a lot of choice about it. But think about, on many levels, what are things in your life that you do need to let go of? Because if you've been thinking about letting it go, that's the first step of letting it go. And it could be something simple like, I need to walk every day, or I need to drink more water, or I need to alter my diet just a little bit and not eat certain things or eat more of certain other things. But whatever it is, allow yourself to do it naturally, and don't expect that you have to do a big dramatic shift all at once, because these shifts, like I said, are going to be on several levels. You're going to have the bodily level, the physical level, you're going to have the emotional level, and the mental level. And so that you can't do that all at once, but you can allow things to change, where you're not doing a lot of work to make it change. So think about that. You may need to meditate on that a little bit to allow it to come through. If you don't like to meditate, I would suggest taking a long bath or taking a long walk in the woods or playing with your dog, or do something that kind of disengages your normal logical mind, and allows the other part of your mind that's just fun, creative, imaginative, allow that part of your mind to take over. And these things will float to the surface, and before you know it, you'll be encompassing or embracing new habits, and living a more complete, fulfilling life. Not that your life isn't complete or fulfilling. I'm not saying that. Just allow things to happen naturally, and it will happen. It doesn't have to be a big struggle. It doesn't have to be a dramatic change. It's gradual shifts, gradual shifts. Because this is an eclipse in Virgo. It's the Virgo Pisces axis, and mainly on Virgo. And believe me, it's hitting me extremely hard, but I think it's hitting you too. And the way that Virgo works is Virgo wants to be very, very precise. So if you can align your heart and mind, that's 2/3 of it. That's a big part of it. And then just allow it. Oh, I need this. Let me allow that. And just try to meditate. Try to just think a good thought before you go to bed. Just put that thought in your brain before you go to sleep, and let it happen in your sleep. Okay? All right. So that's what I have about that.
Beautiful reading, Colleen. Beautiful reading.
Thank
Thank you, Stephanie. That was great. I love that. I like that for me too.
Yeah, right. We all just want things to kind of happen, but they can. That's the thing. You don't have to do these things big, dramatic, and
yes.
You can do just what you need to do.
You can.
I gotta move this off here so I can write down the names, and let's do another draw.
Okay.
Sharon Gooch. Okay, Sharon. That's nice. Oh, little baby goat. Is that a baby goat?
It looks like it.
Baby goat. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. So darn cute.
Looks cute.
Artist Liz.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this out, and I'm actually going to make this a little bigger for myself. And there we go. Okay.
Okay, Sharon. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Something fell out of the deck. Something that you're waiting for, something that you're trying to manifest, something that you've been thinking about. Just have some patience with it. It'll take some time. But also remember, Sharon, procrastination, that feeling where you could be doing something else, but maybe you pick up your iPad and you're watching a movie or whatever they have, whatever, I think I could be talking about myself, but that procrastination is a little bit of wasting your time. And they're saying you really have a strategy for planning if you sit down and get yourself in that mode of planning, you can be extremely efficient at manifesting what you want in your life. And that's anything you want. It is your laser focus that drives it, your feelings, your emotions. And you're really breaking free and of the things that trap you. That's what's coming in the future for you in the next weeks. And those breaking free of those things that are time wasters, breaking free of those things where you think, oh, I'll do that tomorrow, I'll do that next week, because those are energy suckers. They suck your energy dry. So how does that work? It's because you know you have this task, you have this thing that you want to do, but you're just putting it off, and you're putting this one off over here. And while those are in your field, they're sitting there taking energy. So get rid of the things you don't really want to do and just take them out. Say, no, you know what? I'm strategizing that it's not time for me to do that. Because what you're going to do is free up your energy to really do some creative things that you want to. But there are some endings that are coming up, endings in maybe what you're doing, what you're thinking about, and moving away from, which allows you to be free to do the things that are new that you want to bring into your life, because you're really getting signs from the other side, whether they're in birds that are showing up or butterflies or whatever that may be, whatever symbols they are for you. You're really getting a lot of things showing up. And again, I'm getting that leveling up and progressing in what you're doing. You're going to be in this state of opening up to receive. This is a time now where you can enjoy yourself and have more fun, be more creative. This is coming up in the next few weeks for you as you're redirecting your energy and not procrastinating and bringing in those target things you want to really do. Letting go of the things, well, you know what? I don't really want to do that. I was procrastinating because I'm not interested anymore. Fine. Drop it, break away from it, and move forward with those things that you actually do want to do. Because you are really, you're letting go of heavy burdens, things that you don't need anymore. And this is the time to do that. Coming in for you is a lot of harmony, a lot of things. So as you're manifesting in this timing with strategic planning, with laser focus, you are going to see manifestation really quickly. And it's going to be to your best advantage right now to do that. This is like a mega manifesting time. It's huge. So be sure to drop the things out of your energy field that you really don't want to do anymore. Get them off your calendar. Put only those things on there that are going to benefit your dreams, what you want to bring forward. And this is what the guides and angels are trying to tell you now, to take advantage of this wonderful time and to enjoy yourself and be creative and have some fun while you do all that. So thank you, Sharon. I hope that resonates for you. And Colleen, you have artist Liz.
I do. And I'm just looking at my hair, how goofy it looks. Okay. All right. Don't judge. It's just been a weird day. And now I'm getting ready to sneeze. Sorry. I should mute, but I can't find the mouse right now. There. And then I just won't. Hopefully my name covered up me wiping my nose. Okay. Sorry about that. I have really bad allergies, and this year has been just
bad.
Well, it's been bad, but whatever they're giving me for my allergies is just working great. And so I'm not even used to having all of that stuff going on. Anyway, let's talk about Artist Liz. So Artist Liz, I pulled several different oracle cards for you. The first one that I pulled just for kind of an overall what's going on for you is the empathic starseed. And what this tells me is that You have chosen a kind of a difficult life. Your mission is not an easy one this time around, but just remind yourself that you chose it. And also remind yourself that what's going on in your life is yours to negotiate, yours to navigate. May not be easy. It probably isn't easy, but you do have choices about the way you handle your energy. And that I think is the major overarching lesson. And I'm sure you're going to be like, yeah, tell me something I don't know. I get that. And so sometimes we have lessons that are so big that we think we kind of know what they are and how to handle them. And then in another 10 years, we're like, well, why is this slapping me in the face again? Well, it's slapping you in the face again because now you're 10 years older and there's a slight differentiation in the way you should be handling it now. So, not fun, but don't blame me. I didn't choose this life, you did. So, understand that you have chosen a life where managing your energy is everything, and that it's going to be a constantly shifting, changing target, I guess is a word I could use for that. So there's always going to be something to challenge you. So not super easy, but this is what you chose. And then as you're conquering that energy or managing and navigating that energy, new things will be revealed to you. New gifts actually will be given to you as a result of mastering that decade's portion of how your energy is working. Okay. So you've got one of those lifetimes where I'm sure when you were little, it never dawned on you that gosh, I'm going to be working on this big ass energy trip that's probably going to feel like Mount Everest, you know, but that is what you chose to do. And probably from that, you're probably going to also teach others how to do that. So, there's always a purpose to all of this stuff, even if it seems like kind of a shit show, right? There's always a purpose. If you knew my history with, for instance, marriages, you'd know that getting a shit show doesn't mean that God hates you or that you hate yourself. It's just that I chose a life to learn a, I'm going to say it, a fuck ton of lessons.
Yes,
Just
exactly.
a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did. And obviously I was also being put in the path of my two husbands to
Yeah.
do some karmic things for them. I was a catalyst for them. It wasn't always about them doing things to me. I don't really think that was it at all.
No.
It was something I had to learn how to do. There were certain things that I needed to learn how to do. I needed to learn how to manage my own energy, but also I was a catalyst for them to burn some karma for themselves.
I love
So,
that.
looking at your life and the people in your life in terms of how you manage your energy with those very special relationships, those are probably the relationships where you're going to get the most understanding about how to manage your energy. So that was that first card. And then I also pulled a couple of cards. One is Manifest Magic. What does this say? Oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, this little thing here. Weave your magic miracles, understand manifestation.
Ooh.
So, you got some high shit going on, Liz. I mean, it's not like you're just learning how to do a garden or something. I mean, it's not like something you're going to learn how to do like in 6 weeks, right? This has been the arc of your life has been many lessons, but this one big lesson too.
Yeah.
And then the other one is community. Connect with others, support, give, and receive. So I know that there's probably a lot of times where you feel that engaging with humanity is probably the last thing that you want to do, because being super duper empathic, many times engaging with other humans' energy is just overwhelming and overstimulating and literally makes us feel sick. I don't know about you, but that's how I used to feel.
Yeah.
So when you can give yourself the grace to not engage with humanity, but to curl up in your bed and watch a little Netflix for, say, I don't know, 10 days or something, where you really, really give yourself all the comfort that you need, then that also gives you time to allow your subconscious to bring things to the surface that you need to work on for this overarching thing that you're working on, this decades long thing, because your life is probably going, maybe it's longer than, maybe it's more like 15-year cycles or even 20-year cycles. But in your life, you've got these like I see the cycles kind of going like this. And each time you reach the peak, you're like, okay, now I've got it. I'll never have to do that again. But that's the thing, is the universe kind of kicks all of our asses. And once we think we know the lesson, it waits a couple years. It's kind of cruel this way. It waits a couple years, then it kind of like throws it in your face like a big splash of water and says, did you learn that? Huh? You want to try that again? And most of us are like, hell no, I don't want to try that again. But the thing is that if you don't try again, you haven't got that muscle toned up enough to be able to really perfect it.
Exactly.
To really do that thing, whether it's setting boundaries or taking care of ourselves or, I don't know what, you pick your thing, you get it, right?
Yeah.
So in the time when your energy feels like, gosh, I'm good, what can I do now? Manifest the magic, right? And when you're really up for it, connect with other people in the community, even if it's online, so that you have that interaction with humans that you can handle. It's not overwhelming and then damaging the energy that you've worked so hard to curate into this, wonderful ball of energy that you can really use. Because, if you're sensitive, and I'm guessing you're uber sensitive, Liz, then you know that this is the ball game for you. And working on it is going to be all your life. It's okay. We all kind of pick things like that. A lot of us just walk around in a stupor most of the time, or denial, like, no, that's not true. No, I can go to shopping malls. I can be with thousands of people. Sure. And then we get home and we're a blubbering mess for 4 days because the energy is just going, blah, 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 and we're like, oh, I can't handle it. Because a lot of us are empaths, but some people to a higher degree than others, and the energy can hurt them to a higher degree than others. But we can all learn how to manage it. And that's the big thing for you. So I don't know. I said a whole lot of gobbledygook there. I hope you understood it.
That was fantastic. And Artist Liz is writing back saying, I've become a better psychic, empath, and artist. I'm writing books that I hope will help others.
Oh yeah.
And she says, my doctor told me the other day that I am the strongest woman he's ever known with everything. And it's really true. Everything you said was just so spot on. And she's saying, exactly, Colleen, I had to end my connection with my oldest brother because he's just too toxic for me. And it was making me physically ill. Yeah.
And it's that, those are, I'm going to say this, like I don't know how old souls are. Okay. I don't know who can ever measure that. But the thing is, when you've had lots and lots and lots of karmic connections with people, which is your soul family, that doesn't mean that they're always the best people to have in your life this time around. Whatever they're doing this time around, maybe part of what they're doing is to stimulate that choice that you just made.
Exactly.
I also had a brother like that who did that to our whole family, and our whole family had a choice to make. Well, how do we handle that? And I was like, fuck him. Who cares what he's doing? And, my mom was like, yeah, fuck him. Yeah. And then my sister for a long time was like, mad at him for the way he treated my parents, but not on her behalf. So she had to go through and learn that lesson again.
Yeah.
And then my other brother was just first sad, and then it took him about 15 years, and then finally he got to the FU stage. So so the whole family had to have that experience with him.
Yeah.
He was the stimulus for all of us. And I was like, yeah, if you think that you are controlling my karmic lessons, no. Yeah. No, you're not. That is not what this is about. So obviously I still have a little ways to go, because but you know what? I'll take it. That's what I gotta do. So.
It's all so true about people being catalysts in our lives. And sometimes the people you grow up with, they're not meant to be in your life forever. They're only meant to be there from the beginning to be that catalyst. And then you don't have to keep hooked up to them, even if they're your brother or whatever. But you do have to get over, it's not all about you.
Yeah.
The thing is them.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And even allowing them to instigate anger in you, like it just did with me. I'm not super angry. I'm almost over it. But my brother, I kept waiting, even when I was connecting to him in spirit, I kept waiting for him to be sorry, or to be, to be concerned about my welfare. He is not. He is not, even now. He could give a crap. He thinks everything he did was, all sunshine and roses.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, you're just kind of a shitty person. You're just even.
Yeah, and you can't control that. That's their own thing.
No, so you kind of have to let it go.
You let it go. You let it go. And Artist Liz, thank you for that donation. That's super.
Thank you. I don't have my comment. I got my screen big because it's.
I just want to
nice.
say thank you. And
Acadian, thank you so much
for your donation as well.
Yeah. Oh, and Leo wants to know if I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a Scorpio. Yeah. I'm a Libra.
She doesn't have the stinger, guys.
No, my Saturn is in Scorpio in the 10th house. I am competitive, and I do like to be right. Not necessarily.
Well, I have that too, but
I think that's a Capricorn thing too.
That might be a Capricorn thing.
Yeah, but no, I'm not a Saturn. I was married to a Scorpio who had moon in Scorpio, and I was married to an Aries who also had moon in Scorpio.
Oh,
and my dad had moon in Scorpio. So,
and I had 2 Scorpio parents. So,
did you? Oh, yeah. That Scorpio energy is tough. That's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that was for Sharon and Artist Liz.
Yes.
And how are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing good.
We have time.
So let's do another spinner.
Okay.
Spinneroo, as we call it in the biz, guys. That's what we call it in the biz. It's a spinneroo. Ascending universal butterfly. Oh, wow. That's a long name to write. Okay.
I mean, it really is.
But I've written it down as ascending unibutt. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right, so that's for Val. And what do I get? What do I get?
Oh, and Amanda Carroll, thank you for your donation.
Gemma Lee. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you.
And Gemma Lee.
That's really, really sweet. Thank you. Okay. All right. So here I go. Now you don't have to listen to me because I'm going to mute for a while.
Okay.
While Ascending Unibutt gets a reading from Val. There we go. Sorry for making fun of your name. It's just too much fun.
It's a lot of name to write down.
It's a lot of name. Okay.
Ascending Universe Butterfly. There's going to be a collaboration coming up where you're going to be working together with people. And you're going to feel content. There's an inner peace from that. You're really going to feel that connection, that divine source connection to your guides and angels, to everything. Although in some way that's going to open you up to some anxiety, your mental struggle. And, when we put ourselves out there, we kind of have to face that whatever inner part of us hasn't become comfortable with being seen. Some of that comes up, but you are having a beginning, a new start that you are creating. And it could be that collaboration or something you're doing on your own as well. You're getting a lot of guidance from your guides and angels. If something's coming up for you to jump into, an opportunity, yeah, take a chance on it, because you really are. It's a way of finding who you are, finding yourself, your inner self, by sharing yourself with others, by sharing your perspective. You are going through a lot of growth where your perspective is shifting, like constantly. You're getting a higher elevation of perspective constantly. It's shifting all the time. You're going through a massive growth period, and let yourself have some downtime throughout all this, because you really have to have a balance between being out there and being in your own space. Because as an empathic person, as a psychic intuitive, you really do need to be in your own energy for a certain amount of time and during the day. It is imperative for you to recharge. There is a lot of love and bliss and a lot of passion coming from you toward everything that you're going to bring forward. And once again, I keep getting this card about being open to receive. So many opportunities flowing your way, so many great things. Just be aware, by being open and ready to receive, you are not going to be pushing opportunities away. They're going to be coming in like crazy, and you're going to see them. And what do I mean by that? Well, when we're receptive, that's that incoming energy. And when we're in our outgoing male side, because we all have masculine and feminine, and we need them both, and we need them to be balanced. But that outward going energy, when we're starting a collaboration, when we're putting project into being, we're a little bit more into the outgoing energy. But then pull back and get into the receptive, soft mode of receiving. That will keep you in balance throughout this timing, where all of this is shifting and changing for you. And you're going to be able to take advantage of seeing the highest outcome from everything coming forward in front of you in the next few months. So I think that's fantastic for you, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Thank you. And Colleen.
Very good. Very, very good.
That was a lot.
That was a lot, but that was an amazing reading for her. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gemma, you want to know about a job prospect, but I think your life is just turning on a whole different level. But okay, I'll talk about the job, but you got some other shit going on. For instance, you are opening up. You are being activated. You're getting light codes and connections and third eye opening and probably a crown chakra in there. I mean, look at that woman. She just got the light pouring out of her and pouring into her. So, I mean, this is a time when, if you are focusing on opening yourself to the universal energies, you really can make great leaps and bounds. And it's, again, probably due to the eclipse energy hitting your chart in a particular way, and you being ready for that energy to be coming in and using it, not just receiving it and going, that feels good, but using it, like, oh, they're talking to me. Oh, that's what that means. Okay. So yeah, lots of stuff going on there. Now, as far as the job goes, one thing that's going on right now is that yeah, there's something good, wonderful that you love coming through. It could be a job, it could actually be a new relationship too. That's also showing up here. But you're not focused on the relationship. So you may just let it slip by your consciousness and not engage in it. Um, there has been a heartbreak in your life fairly recently. So you may feel like, oh, I don't want that love shit. No, 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 no. I'm not opening the door to that because you don't want to get hurt. I don't blame you. I don't want to get hurt either. But if it presents itself, then, there might be something very good there. And you've made a decision one way or the other. It's not my life. It's yours. You do what you want to do. But I'm just telling you that there's an option out there. And the choices that you have to make now are you're making them more intellectually than emotionally. So you might bypass the relationship. I don't know. You say that that's what you want. You say that you would love to have a wonderful, loving relationship. But do you? Do you really? Do you want to open up your life and make time for another person to come into it? Think about that. Because for some reason, I mean, you've got this big activation going on, right? And yet you're asking about a job. Okay. Okay. You want to just focus on a job, then go for it. Focus on the job. But I'm telling you that the energy is there for you to have a much more large and fulfilling emotional life than you have right now. Okay, so that's a big thing that's going on. You have a lot of major arcana on this too, because you have said to the universe, I want these things. And you've kind of made a list. So those things are coming. They are coming to you. So part of what you needed to do is to spend time alone. You've been spending time alone. You've been licking your wounds and you've been healing. Good, done. We've done that. You've also, though, made up your mind. You've made a judgment yourself about what happened to you emotionally and what you will accept emotionally. Okay, that's done. You can check that off your list. You made that decision, and you've done that. Now the things are just like going to be changing very, very quickly here, like starting today or tomorrow. Things are going to be changing very, very quickly. And you will see that if you have put out there to the universe that you want a different job, a better job, a bit different boss, a boss that treats me like this, or I want a office with a big window, or I want a better title, or I want a gazillion dollars more, or whatever. You've put that in motion, and that will come to you. That will come to you. Um, I'm just going to say be careful what you wish for. Would you rather have a big fat job, or would you rather have some love in your life? It's your choice. It's your life. It's not mine. So you choose what you want to choose, because right now you can manifest anything you want. Anything. You got big cards coming up here. The final outcome is Justice and the Emperor. So you've got, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 out of 10 cards are major arcana. So the Justice card almost at the end tells me that you're going to get what you really deserve and want. So if what you deserve is that job, then you're going to get that job. If what you deserve is really that relationship, then you're going to get the relationship. But the final card is the Emperor. So the Emperor is either going to be your partner, who is going to be somebody who's a little bit like My Way or the Highway, or the Emperor is going to be the boss or the organization that you work for. So the base that really challenges all of this, or really handles all of this, is the Two of Swords. So you are the one making the choices and calling the shots here. Entirely up to you. But all the things that you've told the universe that you want are now just like tumbling down the hill to your feet.
Holy cow.
Like blocks of gifts.
She just had my manifestation class with me. That's what she's mentioning. I feel my heart is really opened up to the universe. And she says, I remain open and ready to all. And she was saying, I wondered if I was too independent for a boyfriend. So you kind of caught on to all of that. You kind of read.
Choices.
You read that whole thing. Yeah.
That all came out.
That all came.
But this, I'm just like, well, yeah, like everything you want, just everything and anything you want.
She says, I can't stop nodding my head like crazy at what you're saying. Yeah.
You're going to have to play this back and go over this.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot there. There's a lot for you.
A lot there.
So, anyway.
Yeah, I love that. That was fantastic reading. That is amazing.
Okay. All right. So we're right at an hour here.
Yes.
And, I think we should end on the high note. I think these last two readings were good readings.
They were.
And if we go any further, God, we might just screw it up, Val.
It's possible.
Oh God. I love reading with you. I just love reading with you. It's always
fun, Colleen.
It's always a fun. Fun.
I love hearing your wisdom.
Wisdom. That's cute. Yeah. Oh well. I think we had a nice group in here tonight.
Yes.
And we didn't do a lot of readings, but we did a few. We did enough. There was only the two of us, so we got through a lot of it.
It had a lot of information that can be applicable to other people. I felt a lot of it was applicable just to me as well. So
yeah, and that's the thing about these readings is even if they're not specifically pointed at one person, most of the time, a lot of people will resonate with what's being said. A lot. So. That's the good thing about doing these public readings.
It really is. It really is. So.
It is a great way to open your mind and to, connect with everybody.
In a different way. Yeah. It gives you more food for thought about things that are going on in your life and how to navigate.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just really, really important. So. All right, everybody. Well, we don't have a name for this show. It's just me and Val doing readings. So it's not like, the Oracle or Polytarology or anything. It's just, two bitches blabbing. So this is what we're doing. So
Gemma says she's definitely playing this video on a loop.
Oh, good. That's good. That's good. But Val, thank you for joining me over Friday night. This is very fun. So I can go off to the fair tomorrow and be all, warmed up and ready to read to everybody.
You were definitely warmed up, my friend, because you were like spot on all the readings.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. And you gave some pretty happening readings yourself.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us. And I'll definitely be twisting Val's arm and getting her to join me again because I really like doing this with her. And I know you guys like getting her readings too. So I know you enjoy this. And I hope I put Val's information in the description. I'll check that later. But
right. They can find me. Val's Dragonfly Crystals. It's good enough.
Yep. I bet most of the people watching already are subscribers of yours.
Probably. They all look familiar.
Yeah, right? Yeah, they do. So you're probably doing good. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us. And I don't know when we'll be back, but we will be back soon. I'm sure we'll be back in October. I bet we can find time, right?
Probably.
Okay. All right, everybody. You take care. Sorry, no intro, no outro music. It's just me and Val. So, kind of short and sweet. Take care, everybody. Mwah. And don't forget to love everybody. Love everybody, even those that you have disagreement with, especially those that you have disagreement with. I've heard that that's a great way to burn off some karma.
I've heard it is.
I'm not being a stinky puss to people who don't like you. Be loving. They hate it. They really hate it. So there's that. Okay. Take care, everybody. Much love.